Okay, so what would you like to talk about?
Nothing.
I can't really help you if you won't talk.
I have nothing to talk about.
Well, okay, so why don't you tell me what's been going on in your life?
What do you want to hear? It's the same shit. Dealing with different guys and their shit. Drama with fake bitches. Just trying to do me, you know?
Okay, what else?
I went on a date with this guy last week and he had horrible breath. I was like, damn, bruh, brush your teeth. And then he tried to kiss me. And I was like, yeah, right. He had nasty dragon breath.
Anything else bothering you?
It's a lot of messed up shit in the world right now. I guess you just gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And can we talk about the fact that your sister killed herself?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
It's important to talk about it. You can't keep it all in. It's going to make you sick, physically, mentally, emotionally.
Do you know that I throw up every morning? Every damn morning I puke.
I've seen that before.
And then some days, I don't feel anything at all. All day, I'm not sad or anything. And then I just cry. Then I'm back to not feeling anything again.
There is no normal when dealing with tragedy.
It's just really fucked up. Is it wrong that I'm more angry than I am sad?
There is no wrong.
That was my best friend. And I just don't get it. We talked about everything. If she was so sad and so depressed, why didn't she come and talk to me? We talked about everything, every secret, everything. Talk to me. I'm right there. Fucking talk to me.
So are you more upset because you feel betrayed? Because you thought if anyone could confide in you during this difficult time, that it would have been her?
I miss her. And I'm mad at her. And I'm mad at myself for being mad at her. I don't know what happened, and the one person in the world that I can talk to about everything is gone. And I miss her.
I've never been to therapy before, but honestly, I've reached my breaking point.
Okay, so why don't you tell me what brings you here?
I've been married for 27 years. I mean, we've had our ups and downs like every couple, but lately, it's just been completely downhill.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Keep going.
Really hard for me to say. My husband's totally betrayed me. I'm beside myself. I've come to realize he doesn't love me anymore. I don't even know who to talk to. I can't talk to my friends. They don't understand. And I'm so ashamed. I can't tell my family. I don't know what to do.
Okay, calm down. We'll figure this out. Does he want to leave you?
Leave me? Of course not. He would never leave me.
I see. Did he cheat?
No, he's not the cheating type, but oh my God, I wish he would, so he'd stop nagging me so much. Why are you looking at me like that? Aren't you supposed to be objective? Don't judge me. You know most women wish their husband would get it somewhere else. I even offered to get him a hooker.
Did he hurt you?
It hurts me that I have to hire people to come do work in my house. He's just not handy. I had to pay someone to come fix the special light bulb in my kitchen. Can't even change a light bulb, but no, he would never hurt me.
I have to be honest. It sounds like you have a very normal marriage, so what did he do?
I'm so heartbroken and disappointed in him. He knows I'm on a diet. I mean, everyone knows I'm on a diet. I hate those people who always talk about food and calories all the time, but I can't help it. I'm so hungry all the time. All I can think about or talk about is food. All I eat is air-fried tofu and dry lettuce. It's disgusting, and I'm starving. And he sees me on the Peloton all morning. All I do is work out, and I can't reach my goal weight.
Did he tell you you need to lose weight?
No! He tells me I'm beautiful and I have a perfect body. But I know he doesn't mean it. I'm not stupid. See what I'm saying about him? He's a chronic liar. And this weekend, he crossed the line. I was making something different for dinner, so I told him I was making a special dinner. I was air frying chicken. So he comes home and... I'm sorry. This is really upsetting. He comes home and he brings cake. Yeah, cake. A Costco sheet cake. You know, the white on white with all the pretty sprinkles on it. Just the sight of it.
You're more of a chocolate girl?
No, you don't get it. He brought home my favorite cake. He's trying to ruin my diet. He's like, you work so hard, you should just relax and have cake. It's sabotage. It's a conspiracy. And you know how I know he's out to get me? He brought home my favorite Prosecco. Do you know how many calories are in a glass of Prosecco? He's like, we have to pop a bottle and celebrate how awesome you are. I'm telling you, this man is trying to ruin my life. He doesn't love me anymore. I'm so depressed. Do you have any cookies?
How long were you on the force?
6 months. Graduated from the academy in December.
So you were still new to the streets.
Yeah, I mean, look, my family didn't have much money growing up. We lived in a place that wasn't so great. I guess it's part of the reason I became a cop. Yeah, there's a lot of drug dealers and criminals, but there's also a lot of good people too. Hardworking families that can't afford to live in better places. So I wanted to help the good people, you know?
And you still can. No one said you have to leave the force.
I can't stay on.
Police shoot bad guys. It happens.
This kid was 16. Look, on paper, I know I had to do it. He had hostages, shot at me, shot at my partner. I know if I didn't kill him, I could be dead. My partner could be dead. Innocent people buying milk at the bodega.
Correct. You saved them.
But I took this kid's life. I shot at him. I know it's part of the job. I know it's the right thing to do, but...
No one said this would be easy. And taking a life, right or wrong, it's traumatizing. You need time to heal.
So maybe his father wasn't around. Maybe he wanted to be a good kid, but all of his friends were thugs. Maybe he had to adopt this lifestyle because it was the only way to survive on the streets. Maybe this made him a different person than he could have been. He should have been. But when I saw his mother, his grandmother, crying, hysterical, screaming I killed their baby.
Would it have been better for your mother or grandmother to have been crying at your funeral? Because that's what it looks like you were facing.
Again, logically, I know I had to do it. But I saw this kid die at my feet, looking up, scared. I don't think I could do that again.
Don't quit. Just give it time.
When I was a kid, my dad hit a deer with his car. I saw a look in a deer's eyes, and it haunted me. I was like 5, and never left me. I can still see it. So this ain't gonna leave. Ever.
So, What brings you here?
Depression.
Very common. And there are more ways to help people now than ever. So, can we talk about the cause? Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do actually. It's work related. See, you know how some people work to live? They hate getting up in the morning. They hate their boss. They basically just hate their job and in turn hate their life. Well, see, for me, I lived to work. I loved my job.
Wait, you didn't say you love your job. You said you loved your job.
That's right, because now that joy is gone. The excitement's gone. That love is gone.
You sound more like you're talking about your husband.
Yeah, yes, I do. I guess that's because I have always been married to my work, and it really does mirror that type of relationship. You know, it starts with sparks, and fireworks, and magic, and, you know, you're so happy you feel like you're in a dream. And then that fire becomes a warm breeze, and the magic loses its magic.
May I ask what you do?
I can tell you anything, right?
Yes, please. That's the only way for me to truly help you.
Okay, I'm an assassin.
I beg your pardon?
My father was military, special forces. He taught me how to kill someone by the time I was 5 years old. Anyway, everyone wanted to hire me because, I mean, look at me, do I look like an assassin? I was the perfect Trojan horse. And I loved it. It was thrilling. It was exhilarating. Dare I say it was orgasmic. I just loved it. The preparation, the surveillance. Oh, I loved the hit. The hit. There were some days I would get home after a job and I would just cry. Literal tears of joy.
I have many questions, but for now I'll try and stay on track. What happened that made you lose your joy?
You know, I don't know. Killing's just not as much fun anymore. You know, you shoot someone, stab someone, strangle someone, poison someone. It's lost its panache. It's lost its je ne sais quoi. Now it's like just any other job.
Well, maybe it's a good thing you're no longer killing.
Yeah, but you know, when you break up with someone, you get right back out there, you do what you have to do, you get on a dating app, whatever. How am I going to rekindle that joy, that love of killing?
You shouldn't have to love killing.
I thought you were here to help me.
Fine. It's all about finding something else you love to do for a job. Something that you love.
Okay, well, I once blew up someone's house. That was fun. That was really hot, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, maybe there is something to this therapy thing.
When someone hurts you, takes away something you love, someone you love, how do you let that pain go?
It's often difficult. Sometimes it's actually healthy to address your pain because avoidance of it can actually increase it.
Yes, because I've tried to let it go. I've tried to push it to the deepest parts of my mind, but I can't. I can't and I won't. So yes, I need to address it. I've been in so much pain lately that I've completely isolated myself from the rest of the world.
Well, being alone is part of healing, but long periods of isolation are unhealthy.
Everything is unhealthy when someone rips your heart out and smashes it on the ground.
Normally, I say it's important to take a break from your pain and engage in some healthy compartmentalization. But it seems you're fully engaged, so let's deal with it. Was it your husband?
No, my boyfriend. Honestly, I don't think I could ever get married because he's the one I'm supposed to be with.
And from what I gather, she, if it is a she,
Doris Glickman.
Doris stole him away from you. Was he your boyfriend?
Yes, I called him my boyfriend.
Was this an affair that happened behind your back?
Oh no, she did it right in front of me. Look, I try very hard to be a good person. I fight for equality and justice. I fight against racism and sexism and people who want to hurt and destroy our planet. I'm a good person, and I didn't deserve what was done to me.
Okay, I see how this pain is debilitating you, so I feel I should know the entire story. Can you tell me everything?
Doris, that bitch! She was finger painting. He didn't even like finger painting. But then she had this box of cookies, and she walked over to him while he was playing restaurant with me, and she lured him away with those cookies. And he never played with me again. My mother wouldn't let me have cookies. But fucking Doris Glickman, she brought cookies to school every day. And she used those cookies to take him away from me.
Oh, so this happened.
In kindergarten.
When did you last see him?
The last day of kindergarten. They gave each other stickers. And I sat there crying, dying inside.
So, if I'm clear, a girl stole away a boy when you were maybe 5, and you're still not over it?
I will never be over it until she's dead and Harold is with me again. What he doesn't know is I can buy my own cookies now. And he doesn't need her anymore.
Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea?
No, thank you. I honestly don't plan on staying very long.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
I'm very uncomfortable right now, if you want me to be perfectly honest.
I want you to be honest, no matter what you're feeling. You do seem uncomfortable and,
Well, most people don't always feel comfortable taking advice from strangers in general.
well, since you're being honest, more than uncomfortable, I think you're a little on the angry side. Maybe angry isn't the correct word. More defensive.
Well, yeah, either works because I'm a little bit defensive and I'm a little bit angry as well. I think it's ridiculous that I'm here. I'm a top clothing designer. Most people can't even afford my clothes, and there's no reason for me to be here in therapy. It's ridiculous.
There's no shame in therapy. It's quite common for people these days, too.
I know it's not only for crazy people and depressed people, but somebody like me does not belong here.
Okay, well, I think you have a better understanding of why your disposition is what it is at the moment. So, you know my next question, right?
Why am I here? Is that what you're going to ask me, why I'm here?
Well, you called me. We didn't pull you in.
I know that. Don't you think I know that? Sorry. Shit, I'm sorry. But did you just see that? How I just snapped at you? I've been upset lately. When I moved to the city, people thought I'd make nothing of myself. Even my fucking family didn't have faith in me, but that's just the price I had to pay. And I am who I am because of the business I own. I had a 4.0 out of college, FIT in New York, started modeling at the age of 16, and started making my clothes at the age of 18. And I finally had the balls to move to the city, and before I knew it, my business was up and running. So yes, it is stressful. It is complicated. I don't sleep. I don't date men or even get to call them back after I've slept with them, or I have nothing close to a normal relationship. I don't get to see my friends. I don't get to call my mother, but that's just the life I chose to live, and there is nothing wrong with that. It takes a lot of sacrifice to make it on your own, but that's just who I am. I did it, and there's nothing wrong with it.
You're not breathing.
Excuse me?
Even right now, you're not breathing. Stop. Take a deep breath. Please.
Wow. I guess I wasn't breathing.
You're very talented, smart, extraordinarily dedicated, but you're not really supposed to take on the world every minute of the day.
I know.
Running a business, even for the most experienced people, it's exhausting, frustrating. It can take a toll on even the strongest marriages and families. Just because you've been able to do all these wonderful things doesn't mean it's easy or even possible to keep doing them.
I'm overwhelmed. And I'm scared. I'm scared it's gonna collapse. I'm scared I'm gonna fail. That I'm gonna be embarrassed. That I'm just gonna regret all the choices that I've made. The decisions,
the lifestyle.
But when you admit you're scared, much like when an alcoholic admits he has a drinking problem, it's the first step towards making things better.
I am a scientist.
That's wonderful.
I love being a scientist. It's truly my life's passion.
May I ask why?
If I were a chemist, I could study the composition, structure, and properties of substances and their reactions, or a biochemist that studies the chemical and physical principles of living things, or a biologist that studies life and their living organisms, or a marine biologist or a molecular biologist. They're all so exciting. And my brain is only a receiver in this universe. There is a core in which we obtain strength, inspiration, and knowledge. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. Nikola Tesla said that.
Wow. Well, you sound like a very hardworking young woman.
Yeah, and all my life is consumed with work and research.
I see. Well, when anything, work, school, anything that absorbs so much of a person's time, it inevitably forces sacrifices.
Right. I've made sacrifices my entire life. Look, I never had many friends because all I ever did was study, and I never had much time for my family because my dreams were always so enormous. Winning the spelling bee, winning national science fairs, all I ever did was work and learn and grow, but I'm starting to wonder if any of it was worthwhile because at night I cry myself to sleep, and all that knowledge, it doesn't help my heart.
Have you tried to meet people?
You don't understand. All I've ever done is read and learn. I don't know how to talk to men.
Oh, I see. Have you tried?
Yes. There was a really cute boy, and he walked up to me, and he said hello, and I said, why do ants never get sick? And he didn't know, and I said, well, because they have little antibodies. Get it? Antibodies?
Oh, I guess he didn't like your joke.
No, he walked away.
So, just as you sacrificed your personal life, your social life for your education and career, maybe it's time to sacrifice some of that in order to find a different kind of happiness, in order to find love.
I think you're right, but at my age, I feel so awkward. I don't know what to do or say. Give me a test on physics or calculus and I'll do great, but when it comes to talking to boys, I fail miserably.
So, you're good with chemistry, and at the same time, bad with chemistry? Sorry, my attempt at a science joke.
Oh, I know. It just made me realize how nerdy I must sound to people.
So let's start with this. I have stage 4 cancer.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. I deserve it. I should be in a hospital right now, but I decided I don't want to die with dignity.
I have to say, I'm not used to people talking like this.
It's called honesty. Problem is, it took me my entire life to clearly see that.
You're dying and you're feeling regret. Maybe you're looking more to confess sins than seek therapy.
No, I know why I'm here. I want to try to understand why. Why, when I had plenty of money, more than I needed, more than I knew what to do with, why did I let my kids go broke? I let one of them go homeless when he lost his job. Why does a man do that?
So, simple answer. Some people have a harsh way of instilling a strong work ethic, cruel to be kind sort of thing, and some are just cheap.
Bingo. I was cheap. I was petty. If it didn't benefit me, I don't think I cared about it.
Okay, so that's established. What else?
When I was in the hospital a few months ago, my daughter came to visit me. Actually, she didn't come to visit. She came to vent all the grievances she had during her life with me. But the one that hurt the most, she told me that I never told her I loved her. Never told any of my kids that. She said that I never told them I was proud of them or anything like that. She said I never told my children that I loved them.
Did you?
Did I what?
If we're being honest and trying to find the truth, did you love them?
In my own way. Look, my father was a good man, a strong man. No hugs or kisses, and he never told me he loved me. But he worked 14 hours a day to put food on our table. We never wanted for anything. He never had to tell me.
Do you want him to?
Did I want him to? In my opinion, actions speak louder than words.
Right. Okay, so by that standard, did your actions show your children that you love them?
Was I there when they needed me? No. Did I help them in desperate times? No.
So, did you? Do you love your children?
That's really two questions. Honestly, I didn't necessarily want them. I was always a selfish man. They took up my time, my resources, and I never changed that perspective.
Did your father?
No, he died of cancer too, but much younger.
When he died, did you want anything from him?
No. I don't know. It was a different time then. Yeah, I did. I wanted him to be proud of me, to respect me. I wanted him to love me. And maybe all that anger, all that resentment, maybe I just took it out on my children. And I don't know if I can fix anything now.
Do you love your children?
Yeah, I do.
Can you say it?
I love my children. I just wish it hadn't taken me so long to be honest with myself about that. And they need to know. I want them to know. Before I die, they need to know that. I need them to know.
When people meet me, they see this small, petite woman, head of the PTO, helps her kids sell Girl Scout cookies. When you look at me, you don't see a soldier, right?
Well, no. The first image I get from you isn't a soldier.
Well, back in 1990, at the end of the Lebanese Civil War, the government, they passed the first call for women to join the Lebanese army, and it inspired a lot of people like me who wanted to join and fight for the country. But now I'm suffering.
I have, it seems, more and more patients suffering from PTSD.
It's really tough, you know. When I joined the Lebanese Armed Forces, the LAF, I had all these visions of strength and pride. But nobody really tells you you're going to be messed up for the rest of your life.
Not the rest of your life. Every day we're making strides to help people like yourself. Do you regret signing up?
No. I did what I had to do, what I wanted to do, but, you know, our country, we need soldiers. It's the honorable thing to do. But when I think of my kids, I'd be like, no way. I know it's selfish to say, send your kid, but not mine, but after all I've seen, all I've had to deal with, I've never really spoken to anyone about my experience in combat. It was just brutal. I keep it all to myself. But I was part of the Lebanese south border. We were fighting the Lebanese guerrillas, and it was just brutal. I lost a lot of friends there. One right in front of me.
I'm so sorry.
You know, when you're at war, They tell you to deal with things, suck it up. But I dealt with things that I wasn't ready to deal with, and I saw things that I shouldn't have seen. I mean, have you ever seen what a 50 caliber round does to a person's head? It's not like those stupid video games. But here's the part that I don't understand. I'm no longer in the military. I'm living here. I'm far away. But I feel like I'm still at war. This war of fear and anxiety right in the back of my head. And dealing with this PTSD, it's the same, but it's worse. Because at least over there you could fight back. But here, I don't know what to do. At war, you learn to shut out all the horrible things. You go into survival mode, you know? But you don't recoil from it. You just have to make fun of it. You have to.
But now you're back home.
Yes, but I'm suffering. I'm still in survival mode. You get it? I'm still suffering a lot.
There are ways to combat it. Deep breathing, social support, expressive writing. That really helps to get it out.
Look, I had to hold my friend's stomach together for half an hour. And then I had to watch her die. And then I laid on her for 10 hours, pretending to be dead because they were going to kill me too. I don't think your deep breathing is going to help. I'm sorry.
So my mom passed a few months ago.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. An hour before she died, she admitted to me that I was adopted. I thought maybe she was delusional, but after checking, it was true.
Wow, you've had to deal with two pretty big events at once. How do you feel?
How did I feel? Shocked, confused, misled. Not so much that my entire life has been a lie, but, I believe the person that raises you, that's your mother, that's your father. I don't believe that family is just limited to blood.
And I agree with you 100%.
I'm just filled with questions. Like, who? And why? And do I have any brothers and sisters? I grew up an only child. It's all something that I would watch on television or something. It's just sort of surreal.
Okay, well, that journey that you may or may not go on, it's up to you. You're certainly welcome to try to find your biological parents, but I want to deal with your mother.
She lied to me. I mean, I have my own kids, and if I lie to them, I feel the need to wake them up in the middle of the night and confess. And the day I admitted Santa wasn't real, I almost had a breakdown. I mean, I could see keeping it from me when I was young, but once I was a grown woman, how? I mean, how has my whole life been predicated on a lie?
I'm sure she loved you.
But not enough to be honest with me?
Maybe she lived in fear of you knowing, and the more time that goes by, the harder it was for her to come clean. We're talking about a lifetime of keeping this secret.
Well, she must have been holding on to it her whole life because it took her death to finally tell me.
And this opened the floodgates, yes?
If she lied to me about this, what else did she lie to me about? I mean, what else don't I know?
You can't look at it that way. You'll only torment yourself.
Every story from my childhood, I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, what was my name at birth? Who am I? And why did she wait until she died to tell me? I mean, now I can't ask her anything. I can't get mad at her. I can't You know what I really wanted? I wanted her to die with that secret. I wanted her to take it with her instead of unburdening herself on me. Why couldn't she wait just one more day? Just one more day.
So I just sold weed in college, to make a couple extra bucks. I didn't want to work at the bookstore or Chick-fil-A, so since I couldn't find a job after college and started to sell again.
Did you sell other drugs as well?
No, just weed. That's just practically legal nowadays, but back then it wasn't. I wasn't like a drug dealer,
Not accusing you of anything.
So people would come to me. I would sell, grams, eighths, small shit. It wasn't a Mexican cartel. And this kid, he looked like Waldo, from the Where's Waldo books. And this kid comes to me every Thursday. People usually come on the weekends, but Waldo, every Thursday night.
Were you friendly with him at all?
No, just business.
When did you find out?
I found out when I was at a party with my friend Ryan. He came up to me and he told me he was like that guy you sold pot to. He hit a pregnant woman and killed her. And I was just so shocked. I was like, what? Who? I didn't know what was going on. And fuck that driving and drinking shit. I know it's bad. I know, but weed's never fucked me up like that before,
Marijuana significantly impairs judgment, motor coordination, and reaction time.
I get that. I understand. But when you mix weed with alcohol, it doesn't lead to good things. Clearly.
And how do you feel?
How do I feel? How do I feel? Like I sold a guy pot, he got stoned and killed a pregnant woman? I feel responsible. Okay? And if he didn't get it from me, you can say he would have got it from someone else.
That's probably accurate.
But he didn't get it from someone else. He got it from me. I feel like it's my fault and I'm an accomplice.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. I killed that mother, that baby. They would be alive here if it wasn't for me. Is that not true?
Can't say.
I can say I killed a mother, I killed an unborn child just because I didn't want to get a fucking job? You think people at Chick-fil-A kill babies because of their job? No. But I did. My dad, he used to tell me, un hombre no es un hombre hasta que toque fondo, se levante y siga. Basically saying, you're not a man until you hit rock bottom. You get up and you keep going. I hit rock bottom, but I don't know how to keep going.
After speaking to you, I have to say you seem so well adjusted. You seem happy.
I am happy. I just try to look on the positive side of things.
And you're seemingly well adjusted, yes?
Yeah. I'm about to graduate college. I work 3 jobs. So, yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good for the most part. Yeah.
Okay, so what really brings you here?
My parents. They didn't like each other very much. I guess you could say they hated each other. And I think, well, they told me that they only stayed together because of me. But not in like a loving way, in a thanks for ruining our lives by being born type of way.
That's a lot of unnecessary pressure to put on a child.
I was used to it. See, they said everything they could to hurt each other, and I think once they got used to that, they just needed someone else they could hurt.
Did they ever physically hurt you?
No, but I think words hurt much worse. Like hearing my parents say that I'm ugly, like their own daughter, or that I'll never be anything. And my
father would compare me to my mom and call me a putana, which is a whore and a bitch. And then my mom would say that I'm a liar and a piece of shit like my father.
And how did you deal with this?
I work really hard in school. And I have my jobs. Just try to focus on anything and everything but life.
And why do you seem so happy?
Well, they would fight in the morning, and that's usually what I woke up to. And yeah, I would cry. And then they would fight all night. So I would have to cry myself to sleep. But those hours in between, I spent those hours happy and grateful.
That is both wonderful and extraordinarily heartbreaking.
Yeah, well, sometimes in life you laugh, so you don't cry.
What's the relationship like with them now?
Horrible. But I try to be the mature one. I check up on them. They still didn't get a divorce, even though I don't live there anymore.
And what did the years of mental abuse do to you?
It taught me how to not raise my own kids, that's for sure. But it also fucked me up. Like, I don't think anyone would or could ever love me. I think that if anyone ever said that they loved me, I wouldn't believe them. And I don't think I'm pretty or smart, even when I do really well on my test. You know, when your whole life, all you hear over and over again is how you don't deserve anything good in your life, you start to believe it. But hey, I'm gonna keep on smiling because maybe one day I won't feel like that anymore. Maybe.
I'm the only one who's not married in my family.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I have 3 brothers, and all of them are married. All of them have children.
Maybe you just haven't met the right woman yet.
I'm considered as a disgrace in my family.
I don't think you're a disgrace just because you're not married.
You see, for years, ever since I was like 13, I was very much against the arranged marriage. And this upset my family because arranged marriages have been a part of Indian culture since the 4th century.
So it's very deep-rooted.
And I said no. I said I was going to find my own wife and do it my way and live the life I wanted to live.
Well, you have that right. You're living in America. You could follow your heart.
You don't understand. My brothers all married to a beautiful woman. Each of them married to such a pretty woman. I was so wrong, damn it. Now I want an arranged marriage too. And no one will help me now.
Wait, what?
All these years, wanting someone felt something for. Someone I fell in love with naturally. Wanting a woman that I can choose myself. Wanting to find true love. Ridiculous. I'm an idiot.
Well, you're not an idiot.
Yes, I am. They are giving up a beautiful woman, and I said no. Why would I want to find a true love when I can get a beautiful woman without trying?
But it's too late?
Yes, they said I'm too old. Now, I have to try and fall in love on my own. Isn't that depressing?
So between you and me, I don't belong in therapy. I mean, all I want to do is just kill my husband. But hey, who doesn't? Are you married?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Then you understand. So what do I need? Pills?
Let's go back. Why do you want to kill your husband? Does he hit you?
Hit me? Morty? I once hugged him so hard I broke 2 ribs. He couldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, is it infidelity? Is he cheating on you?
Morty? Who would want him? 3 inches, 3 minutes? Nobody wants Morty. Even the hookers would turn him down.
Is he verbally abusive?
Nah. All he does is praise me. He tells me I'm as beautiful today as the day we met. He's so sweet.
Okay, I'm not finding your reason. Why do you want to kill him?
Because he doesn't make enough money.
Oh, that's it?
Isn't that enough? Look, Morty only pulls down $300,000 a year. Can you believe that? Pitiful.
And that's not enough?
Of course not. Look, I like nice things. Expensive vacations, nice cars. My Jag costs over $100,000. Look, I'm the one who's suffering here.
I'm sorry. How are you suffering?
Look, after taxes and bills and a few trips around the world, I'm practically middle class. So I have to kill him.
Well, why not divorce him?
Too many lawyers, too much aggravation. I mean, do you ever see how much bullshit you have to go through for a simple divorce? It's not worth the headache. I'll just kill him and he won't mind.
I can actually see how dying would relieve him of certain aggravation in his life.
So here's my problem. Do I hire a hitman? Do I do it myself? Do I ask him to do it? So many questions. All I want to do is kill him, collect the insurance money, and marry someone else. Only next time, I'll make sure he has a lot more money. So, what's your advice?
My advice? Get a job.
No, seriously. What's your advice?
My apologies, ma'am. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jimmy Bob Cooter. Maybe you know my daddy, Dewey Cooter. Made a fortune in Tennessee whiskey. Anyhow, I am pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is all mine, Mr. Cooter. So how can I help you?
Well, to be honest, it's my wife, Shelby Jean. She's just the sweetest thing you ever did see. I was fixing to buy her the most amazing anniversary gift. I'm gonna miss something to you here. I'm a gambler, man. I lost all that money on a roulette wheel. When she found out, she was just madder than a wet hen, like a tornado. I tried to buy flowers or candy. I tell you what, didn't amount to no hill of beans. I had to stay over yonder at my cousin Earl's. Earl. Let me tell you about Earl. He'd think the sun come up just to hear him crow. Never met a man so full of himself.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You said you were having a gambling problem? Is that why you're here?
Sure enough, ma'am. I have a problem with gambling. I lost all my money on the blackjack table, slot machines. Done took it all.
Okay, so we need to work on your gambling addiction.
Addiction? Oh, ma'am. I don't do no narcotics. I mean, I tried smoking them funny cigarettes and put some of the crazy white powder up my nose, but that dog won't harm. I don't do no drugs.
No, addiction is about more than just drugs. It can be for gambling, too.
Well, I'll be.
So you would like us to work on that?
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm slap born out of this session already. You're really good at what you do.
Well, thank you. Now, about your gambling addiction.
Man, don't waste your time. I never could control any of my urges.
I think we should try.
I'm Joey Bam Bam Petrangolari. I testified against the mob boss last week. I'm going into this witness protection thing. I gotta make sure I sound like good old boys, you know? If I could trick you, I could do this shit.
So, you don't have a gambling problem?
Of course I do. I don't win. That's the problem.